Hi, my name is Caleb Amber. Today we're going to be taking apart a Dell Inspiron 350. This is a tower-style computer. I'm going to be taking this computer apart with the use of the tools that are shown here. This is a Belkin Computer Builder's Kit. Let's get started.
So one of the first things that we're going to need to do when taking apart this computer is going to be to put on an anti-static wristband. Now what this thing does, this is going to prevent static electricity from getting inside of the computer parts and possibly damaging them. So we wrap it around our wrist like so, just like that, and then we're going to have to clip this on to the outside of the computer or the case. So as you can see here, we have some thumb screws. They're big enough for our fingers to actually do it without the use of a screwdriver, but if they're too tight and you want to use a screwdriver, you may. I'm getting this one out of my handy dandy little tool kit thing for taking apart computers. So let's get started. I'm going to use the screwdriver just for demonstration purposes on one of them. Should come right out. Now, these are very small and you might lose them, so I'm going to be keeping all of my screws and stuff inside of this handy dandy little bowl that I made when I was little. So yeah, I'm going to leave this off to the side. The next one I'm going to do with my thumb. Once again, we're going to put it inside the bowl. Then the outside panel should just slide right off, exposing the inner parts to the PC. So once you got the side panel off, you're going to want to take your anti-static wristband and you're going to want to use the little pliers and attach it to the case. An easy job to do first would be to remove the ring. So now that we've removed all of our RAM, I'm going to set these off to the side over here, along with the outer panel of the casing. Alright, I'm doing this in no particular order, but now I'm just unplugging some of the fans in here. So I'm going to set this off to the side. This is another side panel. We're going to take out the wireless network adapter, just like that. Now this is what is responsible for allowing you to connect to the internet. This is a wired network adapter. You see, you would plug in your Ethernet cables through there, and then that would be responsible for allowing you to connect to the internet. So next we're going to remove the graphics card. Okay, so that was quite difficult to remove. I probably did that very incorrect, but it worked. So we're going to want to set this graphics card off to the side. Next, we're just going to remove these plugs to the DVD drive and our hard disk drive. Now, removing drives is quite simple. All you have to do is just unscrew their little panels. And then once you've unscrewed them, you can just slide the disk drive right out.
So because I'm not really the smartest person in the world, I went on for a good 5 minutes and 30 seconds just trying to figure out what I should take out next. This led me to get really pissed off, so enjoy.
But before we do that, of course, we're gonna have to get this
Flippin'.
CPU out of the way. So,
Fruit.
first things first, we have to... Oh, would you look at that? This thing's a piece of shit.
Shit-talkie. So right now I'm removing the CPU fan. Fruit.
Don't touch the bottom, because right here there is something called thermal paste. And yeah, it's you don't want to get that all over the place except for on the CPU directly. Here is where the magic lies. To remove the CPU, you're gonna want to push down on this little latch, releasing pressure, and then let it slide right up. You're gonna want to lift this panel up and over, and then very carefully, you're going to want to pull the CPU off of the pins. Set that off to the side. Don't let it get damaged, otherwise you're stupid. Now that we got that big old clunky thing out of the way, we can finally remove this here drive that lets us do different types of cards and stuff.
Right now, I am removing the motherboard. The reason why this takes the most time to remove is because there are multiple screws keeping it intact with the case.
This thing's delicate, so make sure it doesn't slam on a bunch of things on its way out. Would you look at that? That's the motherboard in all of its glory. Finally, the time has come to remove the power source with all of these wires in the way. That is everything. We have completely disassembled this computer. I like what we've done here.